Where are they? Where are the funny hats at?
Oh yeah, the hats. Should I have a? Oh, maybe I'll be the
Good
Google. Yeah,
events. Nice.
the Google hipster.
Strong. Oh, it's not working for me yet. I want my funny hat. Oh yeah.
Let's be on the beach. There we go.
Need to get a.
Monocle.
I need to get a link. Where do I get the link from to share this? Where was it last time? Damn it! Where? Chat. Where the bloody hell is the sharing thing? No, it wasn't that.
Oh, Media Pulp
Ah!
has added YouTube.
No, I don't. Yeah, that was. Didn't want to do that. Go away. Go away. I want it. I want the link to share it. I need to. Ah!
Oh, it's gone all digital.
Thought it was fitting.
Can I see it? Yes, it's working.
Google
Right.
hipsters.
Hey, we're live streaming it. Wow, in English this time.
Ah, excellent.
Right. Let's see if anybody else. See if we get a few more people watching it this time than last.
Alex in Google hipster mode. So everyone ready for the Audacity recording?
Yes.
Okay, tired.
Yeah.
Right. In 3, 2, 1, record. And on to our bonus segment this week, we talk a little bit about some Super Geek news, which is the Star Wars cast announcement. So this week, the new cast for the episode 7, is that right? Are we up to 7 now on Star Wars?
Yeah.
Basically, the next trilogy, which is coming to our screens, thankfully directed by J.J. Abrams, next year, isn't it?
Yes, December.
Yeah, so big news. And the cast have been announced. Wes, you're Mr. Star Wars. Why don't you take it away? Because there's some old faces and there's some new faces.
There are some old faces and some new faces, and by the wonder of modern technology, let's see if I can pull this off. I'm not going to screen share. I'm going to go kind of. Oh, there we go. What? Oh, look at that.
Oh,
We all know
Oh,
who that is.
what you done?
Oh, I need to keep talking so that you can see this image. So we've got Harrison Ford, we've got Carrie Fisher, and we've got Luke Skywalker, obviously Mark Hamill. And then if I reach over the top here, do a bit of fondling, we could scroll. There's a nice picture of all of the cast, well, the main cast, reading the script for the first time. And then, oh, look, new faces,
Ooh.
young faces.
Why the BBC and Sky News don't incorporate this tactic into their breaking news feed, I don't know.
It's amazing, isn't it? So we've got, if I get the names right, John Boyega from Attack the Block, Daisy Ridley
Yep, from nowhere.
from
I know.
nowhere,
Have we seen
literally
her?
nowhere. No.
and Domhnall Gleeson.
Hooray!
Domhnall Gleeson.
Yay!
Yay!
That was the most happy announcement, the happiest announcement that for the new cast. I'm very pleased he's in it.
We
Yes,
liked
I
him
mean,
in About Time, didn't we? And
Exactly.
Yeah.
also, we liked him in, was it Black Mirror? Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, he was in Black Mirror, and he's one of the Weasley twins.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
He wasn't the guy who was in that zombie film, was he? The zombie TV show.
No, I know who you're thinking.
They
Oh,
look
you're
very
thinking in the
similar.
flesh.
In the
Yeah,
flesh.
They
Yeah.
look very similar, don't they?
They look similar, though. I
Yeah.
can see. Yeah.
Now, there's a few other folks we've got as well. We got Max von Sydow, who he's got to be a Jedi, right?
Yeah. He's a legend. I think he's a great actor. What was he in recently? He was in Minor. Do you remember in Minority Report?
Yeah.
Yes,
The old,
vaguely.
I thought he's been in so many films. He's great. Don't see enough of him.
Yeah, it's kind of like casting Christopher Lee again, isn't it? It's like that kind of, Peter
Yeah,
Cushing, Christopher Lee's, that kind of ilk of an actor.
yeah, he's superb. Um, who
Question
else?
is, though, good guy or bad guy?
It's got to be a bad guy, surely.
That'd be interesting because he doesn't usually play that well. Recently, anyway, he seems to play quite, empathetic characters, but we shall see.
I can definitely see him with some Force lightning.
Oscar Isaac, who I think, did we all like Inside Llewellyn Davis?
No, it's a shit film, but it's a great actor.
I think I remember liking it a little bit.
I liked it.
Yeah, good actor. So he's in. Andy Serkis, do we think he's going to be CGI'd or Andy Serkis the man himself?
Sure, I think CGI'd.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's playing. I think he's playing Jar Jar Binks' like grandchild or something.
Oh God, why are they continuing the Binks?
I would love it if they put a Gungan in this film. I would absolutely love it, especially if they blew him up.
Even Andy Serkis as a Jar Jar Binks couldn't save that character.
I'm not so sure, Maybe, especially if you if you ditch the dodgy accent.
And Adam Driver from Girls, he's in it. I don't think we ever covered it on the show, Girls.
Yeah, we did, but
We did.
nobody really liked it.
Huh,
Or
that's
rather,
probably
I don't think it was a show for any of us.
why.
I've seen more episodes of it actually.
I've heard it's really good.
It's I'm actually quite like it's Claire loves it, so I've kind of got into it through her a little bit.
Oh, that old chestnut.
The old chestnut.
Yeah. My
And it's a
girlfriend watches
HBO
the
show, isn't it?
Yeah, he is good though. He kind of plays like a wacky character. So
And the returning cast are back as well.
Yes, it's great to see obviously the main three, but also we get R2D2 and C3PO back. You can't have a Star Wars film without them, can you?
Yep. And Chewbacca.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about this because Peter Mayhew's got some serious health issues, I think, or ongoing health issues. So it'll be interesting to see if he can be Chewbacca, or whether maybe they'll put him in like a hover wheelchair or something.
A hover wheelchair. Do they exist?
Hey, look, if you can do a land speeder, I think you
True.
can minimise that down to a wheelchair.
True. What do we feel about a new Star Wars? Because I have to say I was burnt by the trilogy from when we were a bit older. The first three obviously brilliant, and then they brought it back for episode 1, 2, and 3. Not so good.
I'm on the fence. I'm so skeptical of them capturing the magic of the 70s and 80s. I don't know. Like, I think did we all like Super 8?
Yeah.
Because I thought that did a pretty great job of capturing 80s kind of Spielberg vibes, and that's kind of the magic he's got to bring to this, I think. The question is, can it gel?
He's got the ability. He's got Lawrence Kasdan doing the script or screenplay rather. He's got Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia, which we all wanted, I think. I think he's got an exciting young cast to complement them, and it really is just a case of tying it all together. And I don't think I want or need something that has to be as good as that original trilogy. But what I want are adventures in a Star Wars universe that are good stories. That's really all I want.
Oh, I want it on the same level. Like, otherwise, what's the point? Otherwise, it's just another sci-fi thing. It could...
Yeah, but to kind of want. I mean, it's the pinnacle of like, I mean, it's a cultural touchstone, and I think to do that again is it's almost one of those capturing lightning in a bottle things. I think a lot of what might make Star Wars great is not just the films, because when you look at the films with a critical eye, I think a lot of people complain about things like the script and the dialogue and those kind of things, but it was just a lot of good timing and good elements all coming together to really spark at that pivotal moment. And I'm not sure we're going to get that again. And you could make a film as good, but it probably wouldn't be as popular, maybe.
Yeah. I don't want to see it then.
Alex is all or nothing.
I am. The standards are too high.
I mean, for me, the sort of the original trilogy ended in such a nice way, and it all seemed to wrap up. Why revisit it?
And how are they going to make these 70-plus-year-old actors work without it being a bit laughable? I hope they've cooked up something.
Well, I would like them to be in the roles that we saw in the original films for people like Alec Guinness. So Alec Guinness is now Mark Hamill. Han Solo and Princess Leia are effectively, I don't know, leaders of the New Republic or something. And I guess I'd like to see something like Han Solo is effectively, he's in that kind of commanding role now, but he really, really hankers for the days when he was behind the steering wheel, shall we say, of the Millennium Falcon, and I can just see it where, he's almost called out of retirement to save the day at the end, flies in with the Millennium Falcon to save the kids or something. I would love that. It would be awesome. Cheesy as hell, but then Star Wars always has been.
Yes, overall, I think we're all pretty positive of the casting news. No sort of massive, other than the original cast, there's no, crazy new names being added into it. Just a steady set of actors that I think will do a good job.
There is one name that is being bandied around, and he's being very evasive about it. And I don't know whether you've heard this, but Zac Efron is apparently being touted for a role. No word or confirmation yet, but apparently his schedule has a big Star Wars shaped gap in it. And every time people ask him about it, he ducks it all the time.
You know what? I think he's a great actor. I've said this on this show before.
I got no problem with him. We saw The Paperboy, and he was pretty great in that, I thought.
Yeah, he needs to do more serious roles, but I think he'll be great.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing Bad Neighbors with him and Seth Rogen. I think the trailer for that film looks awesome.
It looks fun.
I think that'll be the big comedy this year. But I think as a whole, pretty interesting Star Wars news. But we will obviously follow this up when more news gets announced, and of course when it comes out next year, we'll be there to review it. So that's been our Star Wars chat. If you're coming to this from YouTube, make sure you check out the podcast. We're available on iTunes and other podcast streaming services, and the podcast is Media Pulp, so just search for that and you get the whole episode. Equally, if you're coming to this via the podcast, head on over to YouTube where you can see this discussion in video format, or just listen to it in audio format and imagine what it would be like to gaze into Alex's eyes while he's talking. So that's available on YouTube, and that's YouTube is search for Media Pulp. So that's the extra bonus film geek nerdathon in the can. On to discussion. End.